Welcome to this Qigong Flow with me here in the park. Let's start standing on our 2 feet. Notice the ground underneath your 2 feet. This pose is called bamboo in the wind. Now there's a lot of emphasis on standing in Qigong. So I'm going to now separate the feet and bring them wider than hip width apart in parallel, as if they're standing on 2 train tracks. There's a nice little tool that I like to use, placing my loose fists together, look down, and I can still see my big toes on either side the pinky fingers. Now from here, ground the feet. Soften the joints, tailbone sinks, the arms float a little away from the body, fingers lengthen downwards. Take a breath here. This is our basic stance, and from here we will begin our little flow, floating the arms over to the side and up, and then bring the palms down in front of the body. Return the arms by your side, fingers lengthen, and again lifting the arms up and lower the palms down. We're gathering the chi, opening our chi gates. We do this 3 times, taking your time. And then return with the fingers by your side, lengthening. From here, we are taking a form that's called knocking the door of life. I'm going to use the heel of my palm and the back of the other hand. In the back, I pat or tap the point opposite my belly button. And in the front, I'm gonna pat or tap the leg gates, so just the area above the hip bones. So the legs stay steady but soft and relaxed. And it's just that swinging arm movement that allows me to tap the area in the low back and the area of the leg gates in the front. So just awakening our chi flow in those areas. Now we're just swinging the arms around from the shoulders. The hips stay facing forward. Now I'm going to change the pattern, tapping the top corner of the chest, where the chest almost meets the shoulder. That's where I tap with the heel of my hand. The back hand still taps the low back area, opposite the belly button. Beautiful. After a few rounds, bringing the hands back to the leg gates. And now we start to slow this down. Let the arms swing out and come back to your basic stance. Soft joints. Feel this on the body. Now we come into spinal cord breathing. The forearms touch in front of the face, and then you open your elbows to the side as you lift the chest. Every time you bring the forearms to touch, you can gently tuck the chin. Each time you bring the elbows wide, the chest lifts. Turn to the side here so you can see that from the side. Inhale to open, exhale to tuck in. Beautiful. Keep going. And then next time you breathe in, see if you can open to the side. One elbow comes a bit behind you. And then we tuck in again. Open to the side a little and tuck in. And we release this all together, coming back to a basic stance and hands to heart. Now let's reach those palms up over the head, separate the hands, bring palms back together, lower and separate hands again. We keep the palms together quite long and then only open them up once they're overhead and once they're down. Float them up, open, float them down, leaning forward a little. So now we float from reaching to sinking and open the palms back. Lift and open wide and lower, open, palms push back. Just a few more. And then bring hands to heart. Take a moment to feel. And then that right hand pushes across. Back to hands at heart. Left arm pushes across. Hands back to heart. Now each time we bring the hands back to center, we feel a softening, a sinking. Each time you push one hand across, you feel that yang energy in the body, that pushing, that action. So we go from side to side. Can go slower than I do, of course. Find your own rhythm. Now the legs stay steady, the hips face forward. The turning only happens from the waist up. Then we slowly take one more and come back to center. Reaching our arms all the way up overhead and really reaching those fingertips up now. Turn one palm out to the side and take hold of that pinky finger and then lean over the opposite side. Return to center, soften for a moment and then reach those arms back up. Turn the palm of left arm or left hand out and lean over to right. Let's do that one more time. Leaning over one side and return to that softness, sung, before reaching up and leaning over to the other side. Reaching all the way up. And then bring the hands to the head and feel yourself down the body. Maybe rubbing the area of the kidneys. And from here, we're going to find a forward fold. So slide my hands down the back of the legs, rub the back of the knees, and then find a forward fold for a moment, allowing the head to hang. Now you don't have to come forward all the way. If you wish to stay a little bit further up, that's fine too. The knees can bend as much as needed. And then we slowly roll back up to standing, back to your basic stance, soft joints, arms away from the body. And we step the feet further out into horse stance. So just a little wider, still parallel feet. And then we bring the hands to heart again, coming into lung breathing, reaching those arms to the side as you extend the wrists. Inhale, open, extend the wrists. Exhale back to heart, sink. Inhale to open. Exhale back to center. Now as we open the arms, they stay in that field 180 degrees in front of us. We're not moving the arms behind the body. I turn to the side here so you can see what I mean. As we open, the arms don't move behind the body. As we open the arms and the wrists are extended, we can feel that gentle tug in the underarms and the inner arms. Lung meridian breathing. Inhale to open. Exhale to come back to center. Find a softness and a slow pace. Now we're going to bring our hands on top of each other. Lift them up very close to the body, reaching the arms up, and then draw the arms forward and down as you bend into the knees, coming into a full body wave. So now I'm moving also through the spine, reaching the arms up, and then coming forward, bending into the knees, round the spine and roll back up. I turn to the side again so you can see that, how I round the spine to come up, extend, reach, and come forward and down. Undulating movement through the spine, full body movement. Can also stay up a little higher, you don't have to come all the way down. You can see here how I stay a little higher. Let's take just a few more. Moving the energy through the body. And then release the arms out to the side and down. Still with our legs in horse stance, we bring that right palm to face up by your waist. Now, as if you have a tea platter on that right hand, you're going to reach it forward, around to the back, over your head. The palm is still facing up as you bring the arm around, behind you and back forward. Putting the teacups over onto that left palm or hand, and then serving your tea, reaching out to the side, back behind you, over your head, around, back, and back forward. Changing over your teacups. The right hand reaches forward, around, back, over your head, forward, behind you, and back forward. One more over to the other side, left hand, forward, out to the side, behind, over your head, forward, around, the back, to the front. Now let's do one more each side. The palm stays facing up the whole time as you're serving and circling your teacups. And last time on that left side, palm stays facing up. There's that smooth gliding movement through the body. And now we let go of those teacups and bring our feet back into our basic stance. A little wider than hip width on 2 tracks, soft joints, arms away from the body. And now we're going to bring the hands behind us and just loosely hold the hands behind the back as you lean your head over your left shoulder. We're going to draw some circles with our chin, some tiny little circles, as if there's a crayon attached to your chin. And you're going to draw those circles, changing direction, going the other way around. Now the head rolls forward into the chest, floats back up. And then we lean right ear over right shoulder. Now also here we begin to draw some tiny circles with that chin. Now go as fast or as slow as you like. And then change direction. Let the head roll forward into the chest and float back up. Arms back by your side. Feel that around the neck. Let's close our chi gates. The arms float up and the palms come down in front of the body. Arms to the side, fingers lengthen. And again, lifting arms up and float the palms back down. One more smooth flow, closing those chi gates, hands lower, and come back by your side. Slowly step those feet closer in together into bamboo in the wind. We're now going to place the palms on top of each other onto the area just underneath your belly button, the energy center called the dantian. Take a moment to just feel into the body. Moment of stillness. Now from here I say thank you for the practice. If you wish to sit in stillness, of course you can. I will leave you here and I hope that you enjoyed this little practice with me. Let's say bye-bye.